So this is the house that Dylan's been telling us about. The decks need some work. So the house, yeah. There's the one crossing. Okay, I see what it meant. So this is a similar design to a Rudder. That's how he described it to me. Yes, that's I forgot what that part is called. Probably right in the titles.
Cabin crew, please take your seats and takeoff.
Welcome to our channel.
He's Fernando.
Please join our Flying Nando Facebook group for more frequent updates. So yes, it does have potential. Oh, this is something being cut out here. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, sad that the water and the things are growing over here. It does have potential. I don't think there's potential for us. It could work if I had more time. I think time becomes an issue. So there's the rudders he was talking about. That's actually quite nice. Those are big rudders. You could actually, well, just like that, you could actually dry dock it or beach it as they call it. So let's have a look from there. I can see where the beams have been cut. It's not too bad. Yeah, there is some work. There's some nice work to be done over here. Yeah, we can see all the stuff being cut there. I'm not sure, not sure where the deck will go. Some of the beams that they've cut are here. So here's one of the beams. I presume the other ones will be here somewhere, or I don't know. But that's what the beams look like over there. I'm not sure. Yes, there's some other pole over here. It's also part of the boat. I think this is all fiberglass. I don't think there's much wood in here. This, I can't even see. I think this is all fiberglass. This is very nice then. Oh, there is. There's steps over there, sort of. So from there, all the way across there, into that side of the hull. Okay, so it's quite a wide, but it's a lot wider than what it's standing here. Needs quite a bit of work, but this is the house take a lot of work. So yeah, it's got potential. He says you can sleep, I think he said 12 people in here. Yeah, I suppose one could. One could. I don't see much more of it over here. So but anyway, so that's what we have. It will be a nice boat that you can beach. With little short keels over there. It will be nice. If you look at what the decks can look like, I'll go from that so I get a better view, try and describe things better. Okay. So tell me, is there no wood in this house?
Only yeah, let's have a walk then I'll show you.
Besides the beams, yeah.
Besides the beams, I wanted to take them and we started putting Kusa composite into our transport.
What is it?
It's a very high density composite board. These new 400 horsepower outboards and stuff, that's what we're building into the transom.
Okay, yeah.
So I was going to make Kusa boards and then wrap with Lysol and glass.
Okay.
So yeah, my plan was just to cut them all out. You can see this funny angle on the deck.
Yes.
I cut that one. I wanted to mimic this angle on that side and then put a normal flat deck on top.
Yes.
And then obviously put the beams back.
Oh, you mean make the whole deck flat? Yes.
Yes. Yeah. If you look here, you see how this tapers.
Yes.
So all I wanted to do was mimic that inside profile on the outside, and then just have a more flat or slightly combed deck that goes up and over. That was the plan.
Yeah.
This is all Kevlar and stuff at the bottom with silica filler at the bottom, and then every 1 meter there's a watertight bulkhead, and that's a water tank or fuel tank.
Yeah, we can see water tank, full of water inside there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been moving out the last couple of weeks. I haven't even, or months, I haven't even looked at this.
Okay. Yeah, this has potential. This has potential.
She's got 3 double cabins. So there's a double cabin.
Yeah.
The third one from us there is a shower toilet heads, and it's mimicked on that
Okay.
side.
Okay.
So it goes around a little bit. It had a very small cabin in the middle, but that I was never going to keep it. So I thought
Yeah.
let me rather start back base with the basic hulls. What I've got with it is the bow rail, some stainless. I've got the
No master.
no mast, no.
Okay.
I've got the steering wheel and odds and ends stainless steel parts and pieces
Okay.
that go with the boat.
What's the weight of each hull?
Probably not more than 2.2.
Okay.
Obviously, if we take the water out, probably
Yes.
another 1 ton off. I moved them here on a 12-meter flatbed. It was very
Yeah.
simple. I mean, the high-up crane just came and picked them up. I've got a 10-meter trailer, which I just had some 50-foot hulls that we moved
Okay.
this last week.
Hey, we'll never look at those. Yeah.
Yeah,
And these are how long? These are?
12 meters, 42 foot.
Okay. Yeah. And your trailer, you still got your trailer?
Yeah. They were fully documented, built by SAMHSA, so she's fully SAMHSA registered.
Same. Oh, South
SAMHSA,
African.
South African Maritime Safety
Okay.
Association.
So I forget a lot of stuff. What was this based on? This was based on?
Oh, James Warren design. So the Tiki,
The bottom.
the Tiki 46. She's much wider. That's why she's got the stepped hull in here for
But the,
accommodation.
the bottoms are all lashes.
Yes.
I mean, this doesn't have the
This.
lashes.
So what this has got? Okay, we can't see it there.
What was this cut out, yeah? Oh, for the beam.
I asked one of my labourers to come and cut it off, and I came back and he had done that. So I told him. That's when I said just stop doing this stuff. So what this is? This sits inside a beam socket.
Like that.
Yeah, like that all the way around. And then there's
Can I
20.
stand on this or not?
Yeah. There's
You're
20.
strong enough for me?
Yeah. There's 20 millimeters of Sikaflex mastic.
Yes.
So this beam is actually flexible. I personally wouldn't make it flexible putting in Kusa beams. I would have just glassed it in and level it out.
It's either like the one with lashings.
Yeah.
Let me just.
This was Seligna laminated like you do your beams for building houses and that, but
Yes.
laminated like you do.
You know what? I feel it now.
Basically, it's just a bunk. Yeah, it's a bunk.
In the same condition. In the same
Pretty
condition.
much the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, a bit drier, not so much. She was in the water when I took her out. I've actually sailed on her a few times. I know the guy who built her. He built 2 of them. The other one's sitting at the yacht, also in similar condition. Yeah.
Oh, in similar condition.
Just with the beams still there, but also in the same beams are in the same condition.
There's a lot of look.
They paid 350 or 400 for that one in this condition, just because the beams were connected. Stupid.
Tish. So these beams over here, they never went right across. It's all
No.
things.
These are just
Okay.
just tabbed into and epoxy
Okay.
on here basically.
Okay.
These boxes hung from the sidewalk here,
Yeah.
and this was just as a landing support for them.
So this was based on the James Warren design.
Yeah, 46 foot.
And then they put the beams across
They
there.
put the beams across. Yeah. Had a central helm, and then a
Yeah.
roof over and
Yeah.
seating all around and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is simple, and she's
Yeah.
fast there. She's
Yeah.
very, very fast. I mean,
Yeah.
9, 10, 12, up to 12 knots.
Even
So what? Diesel in the bottom here with the drop down leg.
Oh, okay.
And a Toyota 2C diesel.
Okay.
53 horsepower. Yeah, and
Okay.
basically, I mean, she would cruise around at 8, 9 knots comfortably.
Yeah.
I mean, either that or outboards, or it depends what you want. You can go electric drive, you can go whichever.
Yeah. There's a channel, Lucky Fish.
Yes, yeah.
They've got 210 watts.
That's a Tiki 38.
38. That's 38.
So this here, the main rudders, and then this is a wind vane trim tab. So it's a self-steering built into the rudders on both sides. So if the wind is coming from that beam, you set it up there. If the wind switches around, you can set it up on the other side.
That's very interesting, huh? So,
So it's built up into the rudder. It's got a shaft that spins.
trim tab
It's a trim tab, yeah.
on
So-
the rudder.
Yeah, so you can set your wind vane on that pole,
Yes.
and then all you do is you set your vane into the wind,
Yeah.
and as soon as it goes off the wind, that'll steer the whole boat.
It's the first time I've ever heard of seen of that.
Your emergency vane steering that they self-tail, it's exactly the same concept.
You mean
this-
all Warrams have got it?
No. Warrams have one that is a separate paddle in the water.
Yes.
This one's just built onto
Okay.
the
I
rudder.
watched a lot of videos, looked at a lot of stuff. I've never noticed, I never heard about that. Okay. But you either normal cats?
No, they got a hydraulic or electric autopilots.
But the trim one is very interesting.
Yeah. So all you do is you set the wind vane into the wind. If it veers off at all, then it pushes force on the rudder and brings you back up. Obviously, if the wind angle changes, you've got to be aware.
Yes. Tell me, to get this on the trailer, you have to
Higher
get a crane?
Yeah, higher
so
crane.
it'll be a crane.
Yeah,
What's that going to cost?
3.5.
For each one?
No, for probably about 4 hours. So yeah, but if you don't come back in the same day, yeah.
No, it won't. I mean,
If you could arrange a truck and the trailer to go together or something, or 2 trucks or 2 trailers or whatever, then you could lift them up.
I've got vehicles that can tell. I mean, they can tell 3.5 tons.
Yeah.
The artifact is 3.5 tons.
Yeah.
See, this is like 2 tons. I can tell it's not a problem. The
Trailer's 580.
580 kilos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm within.
It's not the weight, it's the
Yes.
abnormality of it, or the
Yeah.
the bulk of it.
And you know what? You take it easy, you drive slowly. You.
I moved those 50-foot hulls all the way from Port Alfred through the
Yeah.
Transkei. It was a
Yeah, you drive slowly. You take it easy.
Yeah.
You prepare for that and you do it. Yeah. You sleep over somewhere if you have to, whatever.
yeah.
So that's 1, 2, 3,
3 double
4,
cabins. each
5.
side.
I'm looking at 5 beams.
Yeah, 5 beams.
What do you call this?
It's your Dolphin Strike or 4 beam or.
Oh, the 4 beam.
The
That's
4
right.
beam.
That's
This is
the
up
name
in
of
the
that.
front, yeah.
You see, I'm stupid with this. That's why I'm asking you the.
So I've got this. I've got the aluminium crosswalk beam that goes down the middle to separate the 2 trampoline
Okay.
nets. The 2 big bow rails for the back,
Okay.
and the stainless steel steering, and some odds and ends that came with
Okay.
the boat.
Okay, right. Have you seen this? We're going to look at your 52-foot hull.
Let's go ahead and have a drive.
Okay, so now we're on our way where?
Let's go look at the boat that he used to build.
This guy,
This guy used to build, Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah. He sold the he used to build ski boats and these catamarans. He sold the ski boat business and he kept the catamaran business. And now he's going overseas to go build a boat for someone who's going to pay him. So he's really got a job set up in New Zealand and he's off. So all this, he sold the molds as well. And
We're now going there where the molds is.
with the molds on, and there's a boat from those molds that I believe is near completion or it's quite far advanced or something, so we'll have a look at that to see what that yeah.
Now the molds, is it normal is it a catamaran,
Yes.
or is it like this one that we just saw?
Now this, they say, is built on a James Warren design. It might be a bit modified. James Warren was designed to work with the lashings and the cross beams, or whatever you call those cross beams. I think the way it's done might have spoiled it a little bit.
Because on a point he took out a cross beam. They were
Yeah.
all,
Yeah, they're all there. It'll be the video.
yeah.
It'll be the video, all the beams are out. So that's, we'll never look at this. This is a 52-foot setup, okay? Let's see how far the guy is, let's see what all...
And he built it, this guy built it himself. That
No,
we're
I
going to
think-
look now at.
I think he bought the house from him, or I'm not sure what the exact setup is, but we used to have the molds. I believe he just sold the molds now.
Okay.
So we'll see what that looks like.
So we're now out of Richards Bay.
Yes,
We're leaving Richards Bay. We're going further on,
further north.
further north. Okay, let's see.
Because this looks impressive.
What about this other one? Possible if it goes on. So we manufactured it basically as all the pieces and a kit. It was easier to build the sections
Yeah.
than bringing the whole boat here just to assemble it
Yes,
here.
yes, yes. But how do you get out of here when it's all simple?
Tree, wall, crane, you name it.
You wait for the big flood.
Yeah.
And then you float.
There's still a 950 keel that gets bolted on underneath
Oh,
that.
so it's not there
No,
yet.
no, it's not there yet. You leave it till the last because there's
Okay.
less stairs to climb.
How big's the queue?
What do you mean by big? You know, it's nine.
Oh, okay.
The keel is actually turned into water tanks.
Ah, I like things like this.
This one's still open. There's the stairs there, and that one the stairs have been put on. This is the bridge deck floor in 2 sections with an anchor locker in the front, and then there's the roof, the saloon roof. So this the cockpit seating which you saw on the side. It's all modular.
This is nice.
Okay, so what I did here is we took the old Admiral 50 molds.
Admiral 50,
So
okay,
that's
yes.
Admiral Lebrano, so
Yeah.
they used to be built down in the Cape. And to make it a bigger volume hull, I took the outside of the ports and outside of the starboard hulls,
Yeah.
and I made them a hull. So this is outside and outside together.
Oh,
The
okay.
old internal portions of the hull were a far
Okay.
less volume. They were more like direct. So this is now a symmetrical hull shape. So it can carry a bit more weight. It's a bit more cruiser friendly. Probably it's not slower in any way, just more volume. So if we still build it lighter, you end
Yeah.
up with a better, more internal volume.
In my opinion, slow is not the issue because you're going sailing. You want
You're
fast.
going to load it with tons of equipment and
Yes,
food and
yeah.
water. And... So what you're seeing on the top is both walkways because this is the outside.
Yes.
So this inside one will get cut away.
Okay.
Part of the accommodation.
Yes.
And then the saloon roof will go on the outside only.
Okay, so tell me, how long do you think it will take you to finish?
Well, people done it before, they say it's a 1 year project, but
No ways.
people who've done it, they reckon times 2.
Or more.
So these are manufactured extruded fiberglass I-beams.
Fiberglass. Extruded. How'd you do that?
It's a special mold, so they pre-preg the glass and then they
Yeah.
just form it through a die.
How do you guys make the mold?
You have to make, okay, you see this on my trailer here?
Yes.
That's a plug. Okay, so you basically start off by creating a plug, which is an exact replica of what you're trying to produce.
Okay,
want.
And
okay.
it can be out of cheaper materials, it can be super cheap. Basically all you need is the shape and it must be strong enough to then take off a mold.
Yes.
And making a mold is exactly the same way as taking a product, it's just negative.
Okay, okay.
So we would polish that up to a very high standard, finish it off and then basically lay up over it and create a mold.
Okay.
So all of these green pieces, yeah, these are all molds for the Admiral 50s. I just built bronze boats out of these molds. They
Out of
don't
these
look like anything, but the surfaces are perfect.
Okay.
Looks like a mold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the King Cat range of ski boats.
Okay, so this is a
King Cat feature.
King Cat. Okay, and what is special about this?
Got a center, basically got a center walk around greenhouse stuff.
Okay. So for fishing, for leisure,
Fishing and leisure.
live wells.
Unit tubes, live well, fish boxes. We've made it so that it's a bit more comfortable for the guys that actually are
Spend days on there.
It's got a hard top, so it gets a tuna tower. That's just balanced there to get the sizes and stuff.
Okay.
For the stainless. They're busy with the stainless at the moment.
Okay, this material, yeah, what material is this?
So,
Crusoe. The paint is, you say very strong.
very, very strong.
Okay.
Very
Good.
strong. And then the thing about that stuff is it's forever. It doesn't rot. It's not like timber. The normal timber transoms, water ingress, it's gone. I mean, most of the boats that come back to me come back for a new deck or for a transom.